This exercise helps to balance the pelvis and torso to allow proper movement of the hip and proper rotation of the femurs. To do this, lie on your back with both legs bent at right angles on a chair or a block. Your hips should also be at 90-degree angles. Place the pillow in between your knees, then rest your arms on the floor outstretched at 45-degree angles with your palm up. Let your back settle into the floor as you simply hold the pillow for 3 minutes. From there, using your inner thighs, we're going to squeeze the pillow and release, applying pressure evenly on either side of the block. Your feet should remain parallel to each other as you do this. The static back will be held for 3 minutes. Then you're going to do 3 sets of 10 repetitions of the knee pillow squeezes. This exercise coordinates the shoulder, torso, and pelvic movement. You're going to lie on your stomach with your forehead on the floor. Pigeon toe your feet so that your toes point towards each other and your ankles are relaxed out to the side. Your rear end's going to be relaxed. Rest your forearms on 6-inch high blocks with your wrists relaxed and your hands dangling over the block's front edge. Your arms should extend at 90 degrees from the shoulder and should bend at 90 degrees at the elbow. Make sure your shoulders are level from right to left. Then breathe deeply and relax the upper body. Don't press your arms into the blocks. Let your stomach muscles relax. Hold for up to 6 minutes. Static extension improves pelvic and spine imbalance to improve load joint function. Kneel on a block or ottoman with your hands on the floor. Shift your hips forward 6 to 8 inches so that your hips are in front of your knees. Work your hands out in front of you until your hands are directly under your shoulders. Let your back and your head drop towards the floor and your shoulder blades come together. Relax your abdominal muscles. Try to lift your butt towards the ceiling and notice the pronounced arch in your lower back. Keep your head dropped. Hold for 1 to 2 minutes. AIRBENCH puts the hips and knees and ankles simultaneously into flexion while they are also under load. To do this, stand with your back to the wall. Press your hips and the small of your back into the wall while walking your feet forward and sliding into a seating position. Stop just before your hips reach a 90-degree angle. Your knees should also be close to 90-degree angle, but your ankles should be slightly forward of your knees. Make sure your lower back is pressed against the wall and your heels are pressed into the floor. Keep those 2 pressure points throughout the exercise. You should feel your thighs along the top of your legs working to hold you up. Hold this for 1 to 3 minutes. If that's too much, just hold as long as you can and work your way up. From here, we'll return back to our static position for 5 minutes. You're going to lie on your back with both legs bent at right angles on a chair or block. Hips should also be at 90-degree angles. Your arms should be rested on the floor, outstretched 45-degree angles with your palms up. Just relax and let your back settle into the mat as you do some stomach breathing. Your stomach muscles should be relaxed. Don't actively try to press your low back flat because we want gravity to settle your hips and back into the floor and release the compensating muscles that interfere with balance and functional movement. Lying supine helps to improve the joint position and balance throughout the entire kinetic lower body chain. Lie on your back with both legs straight and flat on the floor. Place a pillow or a small block between your ankles or feet. Flex your toes back towards your hips, bending at the ankle joint. Keep gentle pressure along the block with the insides of your feet. Try to keep your upper body relaxed with your arms at 45-degree angles to your body, palms up. Tighten the thigh muscles. Hold for 3 to 5 minutes. We'll finish this set with AIRBENCH again. So standing with your back to the wall, press your hips into the end your small of your back into the wall while walking your feet forward and sliding into a sitting position. Stop just before your hips reach 90-degree angle. Your knees should also be close to 90-degree angle, but your ankles should be just slightly forward of your knees. If you feel pain in your knees, rise your body up the wall just to relieve pressure. But for the whole time you're in air bench, make sure your low back is pressed against the wall and your heels are pressed into the floor.